on, everyone? Northern Michigan construction zone. Just creeping along at like 10 miles an hour for a couple of miles. I gotta jump in here. I'm not gonna be paying attention to any of the comments, but I do want to talk about some things that are going to be coming up on the channel. One thing I've been talking about, I just honestly haven't found the time to actually do it, is long distance shooting. What do you mean, Moose? What do you mean? What's long distance? 1,000 plus yards. So, I have a Ruger American 308 and a Magpul American chassis that I am going to be working with. I am going to be shooting factory ammo to start. I already know what the gun likes. Likes Hornady 168 grain ELD match. We are going to be using a Zero-Tech optic. This is what it's going to start with. We are going to start out by zeroing the gun at 100 yards. Once we get the gun zeroed at 100 yards, then we will take it out and we will talk about what's involved with shooting long distance, right? So we're going to be talking about ballistics. I'm going to explain to you guys, and this is going to be a long range shooting from a dummy to people that want to learn, right? Fair enough? So, this is something that I've played around with, I've had a good time with, but there's a lot involved, right? What's involved is, well, shooting position, ammo, your rifle, understanding your rifle, being in the right positions, having the right gear, everything. There's so many different, level scope is mandatory. I mean, if you don't have a level scope, then don't stop shooting and wasting ammo, because that stuff ain't cheap. So we are going to start out doing that. We're going to attempt to get out to 1,000 yards. And then from there, this is where I think it's really going to get fun. And that is the fact that we are going to go from factory ammo to reloading. So, I have never owned centerfire reloading stuff. I've done it with my friends that had the equipment, but my own personal stuff, the only thing I've ever reloaded that I owned the stuff for was 12 gauge, so shotgun reloading. So we're going to do a series over the winter, or starting in fall, I should say, right around deer season, after we've, or maybe a little bit earlier than that. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to start out and we're going to talk about all the equipment that is required to reload, right? So, right, there's a lot of equipment out there to do reloading with, right? And, everybody thinks, oh, I just need a press. Well, yeah, you do need a press, but there's more than that. There's dies, there's, your primer extractor, your primer inserter, there's just a ton of stuff. So we're going to cover reloading from you just got your stuff to figuring out what powders you need, to figuring out what bullets you need, to figuring out what brass you want, to figuring out your primers, to figuring out how to put it all together, how to measure, the whole 9 yards, right? So we're going to get the Hornady book out, and we're going to talk about, because I am going to shoot Hornady. And we're going to talk about, you know, different grain weights. We're going to talk about ballistics. We're going to talk about why we use certain powders, why we use a different amount of powder, so, you know, we can fine tune what our barrel likes, right? Because everybody's barrel's different. Every barrel likes something just a tad bit different. You know, like my rimfires, for example, my Bagara B14R likes about 1,050 feet per second. That barrel just likes that speed, right? And if I try to go faster than that, yeah, it's still accurate, but it's not as accurate as if I'm shooting 1,050 or 1,045 to 1,055. So I always try to get it right in that 1,050-ish, right? My ammo lots. And it likes a particular ammo as well. It shoots SK and it likes Lapua, but the best that it shoots is Ely. And every gun is exactly like that. Whether you're shooting an air gun or whether you're shooting a center fire or a rim fire, you can't just go, well, my dad used to shoot CCI and I'm going to get out there and shoot a perfect score in a 50-yard bench rest. No, you're not. I mean, you might. I mean, if your gun likes that CCI ammo, but, you know, that's why we all do ammo testing, right? Because we pick lots. So when we talk about lots, especially rimfire, lots are generally done by speed. So this lot shoots 1,049 average. That's great for me to pick up because that's what my barrel likes. So, but we're going to do a series and we're going to talk in depth about it. It's probably going to get a little mundane, so it's only going to be for the people that have no clue or really just want to get into reloading and shooting long distance. Can you shoot long distance with factory ammo? Absolutely. Are you going to do better if you hand load? Yes, you will, generally. And, you know, reloading is art in itself as well, right? How much do you use? How much do I spend on bullets each year? Oh, well, dude, I don't know. A lot. I mean, an absorbent amount of money. A whole lot. So, I would say, I don't know, 8 to 10 grand on ammo. That's a fair assumption. It adds up quick when you shoot a lot. You know, so, you know, that question does get asked, and I guess I've never really said it. So, what I do is, twice a month I place ammo purchases. One of those ammo purchases is for stockpiling. So it's a mixture, right? It's some 9mm, it's some 40 cal, it's some 308, it's 5.56, it's some 300 blackout. And it could be 12 gauge. It usually is 12 gauge somewhere. Then the other half of the month, when I make another purchase, it's generally for whatever videos I have coming up. Fortunately, I'm starting to gain enough traction that I am being sent ammunition now, which does help a lot, thanks to the companies that do that. You know, so yeah, it definitely helps out when the ammo companies are willing to help you, right? So, and if you watch my videos, you'll see who those companies are. And there's codes and stuff that you can use that'll save you a little bit, and this and that. And then I think earlier somebody said, how much do I spend on guns a year? Man, you know, that varies. I get a lot of them sent to me to review. However, there are some that, you know, I stumble across, right? Whether I just happen to walk into a gun shop and I'm like, oh, hey, that's a different one, or that's a cool gun, you know, I think I wouldn't mind trying that out. But I mean, that varies. I mean, I'm a little bit of a cheapskate when it comes to purchasing guns, I have a lot. So, I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, most stuff that I want, companies send me. So, you know, I mean, you know, especially when it comes to like my AR platforms, you know, I've got a lot of lowers. So generally I request uppers from manufacturers, and they send those out, no problems. And then I just use an existing lower that I already have, whether it's like AR-10 or LR-308 or an AR-15. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I would say you're absolutely right, man. It takes a long time to get good at reloading. You know, everybody's got their secret sauce, you know, their secret recipe. And, you know, so, you know, you consult the great book of Hornady, and it gives you most of the data that you require. And then you do very minute tweaks, right? And there's a rule as well, and part of that rule is that, you know, as Scott from Kentucky Ballistics, you don't overload your rounds. So generally, what I've been taught and told so far is that if in fact you are going to reload, find the hottest one that Hornady recommends and don't go any higher than that. But we're going to talk all about that. We're going to go into depth and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are interested, because there are a lot of people out there that talk about precision shooting and long distance shooting, but it's a journey. It's not a just one day you go to your local sporting goods store, pick yourself up a Savage 308, walk out onto the range, and you're nailing it at 1,000 yards. That's almost out of the question. You know, you need to learn about ballistics and drift and holds and, you know, windage and things like that. I mean, yes, you can get your bullets to travel 1,000 yards, but being accurate and having those impacts within MOA at 1,000 yards, right? So 1,000-yard MOA is a 10-inch circle. You know, to be able to repetitively hit, you know, a 10-inch gong and not make any misses is a journey, right? So we're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about position shooting. We're going to talk about bags. We're going to start from your basic whatever rifle you're going to use, 6.5, you know, 6 arc, 7 mil, 8 mil, you know, 308, whatever you want to shoot, and then it's all going to apply across the board. So I really hope you guys are interested in doing this. I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and I really look forward to bringing it to you. So with that being said, you guys stay cool, pray for each other, pray for our country, and God bless each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. See ya.